We're gonna start when I go back in the game. We're gonna start it, okay? Okay. So I got the chance to play Asuka a lot in Tekken 8, and I feel like she's a really strong character. One of the first things I've noticed was that her heat engagers are really good. So obviously she has Power Crush as heat engager, which is like just kind of insane by itself because it's such a strong move. Nemok 1-2, 14 frame high crushing mid that also goes into heat. She has Den 2, which goes into heat as well. The only trade-off is that Den 2 lost its counter hit properties, but it is heat engager, so I think it's better off overall. She has 4-3, 4-3, 1+2. 1+3 into 2 as heat engager, which you can mix up with this as a low option. Now, what does she do in heat? So in heat, she has the install, which is infinite. You can do this, which uses up heat. You can do forward 1+2, which uses up the install. You can do running 1+2, which uses the install. Now, outside of heat, it's just a one-time use, but in heat, it's infinite as long as you're in the heat state, and each time you use the heat move, it uses a bit of the bar, as you can see. So, and you can see it does a lot of chip and block. So, the carry just be happy blocking Asuka. And she also has a low crushing plus a block ground pounds kind of move. So, I feel like Asuka in heat is pretty good. But there's also another thing as well. When she enters heat with the heat dash, she gets a really strong situation, so you can do something like Dem 1+2 for a big power mix-up. You can do that heat dash 1+2. You can do heat dash forward 1+3 into the cans mix-up situation. And this is good because when you go into this and you get right to the mid option, you get a combo afterwards. So I think Asuka, when she dashes into your face in heat, it's a really scary situation to be in for the opponents. Now, I talked about the install already. What I didn't talk about is that the ground pounds move is essentially like her race drive from before. So we get the heat, we get the install. So we do some, and then you can end the combo with this into this. So it's basically like her Tekken 7 rage drive combo if you remember, but it actually does more damage, and you don't need rage, you just need the install. Now, how do you get the install in the first place? So after enders where you get 4-2 as a guaranteed hit, so something like FC Temper 3 into 4-2, you get the install. You get the install by doing 4-2, 1+2. You can also do the install by doing 4-4-2, 1+2 into the install. Not as common, but it's there. As a wall ender, you can also do the string to get the install. You can also get off this move. So if you landed something like Rising 3-1-4 into 3+4, which is a new for Asuka, she also gets heats off this. Now, like I mentioned, in heat, but she gets the install in heat infinite amount of times as long as you have the bar. So, like I said, this and this becomes really insane in heat. And the moves that uses the install are off forward 1+2, off 1+2, which is like basically the rage drive pounds move. She also gets it. She also makes her forward 1+2 become a launcher with the install. Without the install, it's just a normal knockdown, but with the install, it becomes a launcher. And her running 1+2 does more damage with the install. As you can see, it does good more damage. Without the install, it does a little bit less, and a little bit less chip and block as well. I think the best usage for this move is to do forward 1+2 or use up 1+2 in combos. I think that'd be the best usage of it. Now, her old destabilizer is now forward 1+3, and she has a low option of it, which you get free 4-2 into the install, and then you kind of do your install stuff. Her 2 follow-up is a heat engager, so if you're in heat, you get full combo off it, which is really good. So it's a cans 50-50 situation after that move. she also has, so her combos are generally like the same. So like you can do that the Tekken 7 combo, but you also go, but you get them back 4-3 afterwards, which really helps her whole parry. And then you typically end with this and get the install afterwards. But if you have the install, you can go for maybe something like this. And then she also has her heat match, which you can play around and get combos off it. So you can do stuff like that with the heat smash. Obviously, there's loads of potential with heat smash that people have figured out. We all need to look at this as a community, as Asuka players. But it's definitely something to look at anyway. So maybe like I was seeing something like this as well. So I was looking at stuff like this as well. So obviously there's a lot of potential with the heat smash that we can look at. The hat is really good. The hat is very, very good. The costume is very good. I like how she talks in this game, how she's way more active in like talking shit about the opponent. Her win poses are really good, her intros are really good. The hat's amazing. The outfit's really good. The player 2 costume is shit though. The colors on the player 2 costume is really, really ass though. So I'm not too sure about combos just yet, but as you can see, like we can definitely do something. There's a lot of potential we can do with the combos, but so that's gonna be a whole like lab session at some point. But yeah, that's kind of like my thoughts on Asuka so far. She feels really good. I think she really fits the system. So, you know, thanks for watching. I'm gonna work on the other characters now, so let's see how she develops in the game, how she develops in the meta, but so far I'm pretty positive on her. And